but clearly, it's like this attitude of we all agree you're an idiot. We're letting you talk for a little bit, but
Sean,
we don't really.
That was good.
This is Surf Game.
And you in the field with the Trackstarz.
Let go.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, SEANTANA, DJ Jeremiah. Was good.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by True Strength Apparel. Make sure you go to www.truestrengthapparel.com, man. We rocking the joints today. SEANTANA's got on the full throttle. Rick Sincere is rocking the gold full throttle. Now, I say that because it was actually made by True Strength Apparel. So the homie Aaron Simpkins is just doing a fantastic job, man. And it's just... I'm impressed, man. I love the hoodies. I love the sweatshirts. I love the skull caps. I love the hats. He's a rare talent, man. We appreciate him very much here in the Trackstarz universe. And then also sponsored by the Wonder Years Project, man. Awesome, we got the Wonder Years Project up for pre-order right now on Amazon and Google Play, so make sure you check that out.
Go get that.
We're gonna help the homie SEANTANA really chart today, so make sure y'all are doing something to bless that man's life right there. And then always follow us on Instagram at Trackstarz, Twitter at Trackstarz. Go to trackstarz.com for all things Trackstarz, and check out Nectar. If you haven't checked out Nectar already, nectar.trackstarz.com. We've got about 25 artists that have already signed up for our distribution services. You could be the next one, so make sure that you go and check it out. See whether or not you want the package that comes with just the Nectar distribution, or you want the package that comes with Nectar distribution and promotion. That's really, really big, and I think a lot of artists are taking advantage of that in a major way, so make sure you do that.
Yeah, man. So the album is up for pre-order on Google Play and Amazon. There's a delay on iTunes, so it should be up either later today or tomorrow morning. So keep tuned to our social media to see when. But I appreciate y'all support, man. I really appreciate everybody who said nice things on social media when we posted it. Ernest said some nice things, Chris, my sister, everybody. So I really appreciate that, man. It's been a long time coming. It's a team effort, man. So when you support that, you're supporting everybody in here because we've been working really hard. So thank you again. All right, so let's get into it. I'm not feeling the best today, so trying my best. All right, so we wanted to get into something that had a big impact last year, and it's having an even bigger impact this year. It's this idea of fake news.
Yeah,
it kind of came on the radar last year. What do you guys feel about the impact of fake news? What is fake news? Because fake news is now using the word fake news to describe other news. So like now is a debate on what is fake news. So what do you think about the impact of this phenomenon?
Man, I think it's horrible. I think that a lot of people get their name slandered. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that going on because people are saying things about you that aren't true. I know that it's like it's a clickbait. You know, I've gotten caught putting stuff on or reposting stuff on Facebook, and everybody's like, "Yo, it's not real." So I mean, it definitely is a problem. Yeah, it's embarrassing. And always, man, the first person to point it out to me is SEANTANA. He's like, "Yo, take that down. That's not real. That's old. That's not even real." So I mean, that part is just like, you know, why is it out there then? Why is it on so many different social media links and you can Google it and you can find 6 or 7 different websites that have written about it. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm posting this. This is real.
Now, there's degrees of fake news, right? There's subtly biased news, which is everywhere.
Yeah.
There's news that have alternative facts, right? So you could say you have facts and I could say I have facts, but my facts, it reminds me of Stephen A. and Skip Bayless when they would be talking about the same things, but their facts would only back up their side, you know? You could twist facts to mean whatever you want. And then there's satire news that's actually admittedly fake just to get a reaction, right?
Right.
So what do you think about those levels of fake news?
Well, the satire is what I've posted in the past, and you've been like, yeah, take that down. And I mean, it's good because if y'all don't know SEANTANA, man, he does a lot of research. So he'll know these things, like just looking at our fantasy league. I mean, he doesn't watch sports like that. Like, he doesn't watch football. Like, he doesn't follow a team. But he can tell you anything about any player on a team that's popping. Yep. And you'll be like, dang, how did you know that? You know,
Doing the work.
because he's doing the research. So if he's looking at websites all day long, which is what he does, man, he's on the internet, you know, making our brand look better. And so he's pulling from different ideas and visiting different websites. Then if he knows the stuff is fake, you know, I definitely don't want to get caught reposting it and all that kind of stuff. So that part can be, you know, embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like, it's good to know that people out there are watching for the fake stuff, because I've seen stuff on that go viral on Facebook that's fake, you know, and people just keep posting, and people keep, you know, commenting. Next thing you know, it's up to 3,000 comments, and people are like, this isn't real, this is fake, you know. But then sometimes it's like so amazing, you want it to be real. You know,
and that's the point of it.
Yeah.
The point of the fake news is it's like confirmation bias. It's like, I knew it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the point of it, is to get the people that support that idea riled up.
Yeah.
Right. And satire is like, they admit it. Like if you go on the website, they'll say, this is a satire news site. This is fake. We made it up. But what's unfortunate is last year, there's been a lot of people who don't admit that they make up news that have been becoming very successful.
Yeah.
There was this whole idea, and I'm gonna get in trouble. There's this whole idea last year that there was supposed to be this martial law.
Yeah.
That Obama was going for a third term, and they were doing this race war to stir up the idea that this was right. Of course, here's the buyer number one of fake news. And this whole like hysteria kind of helped the election, right? And because it was like this fear that this conspiracy was happening beneath the scenes, and there was no proof to it.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So of course, if you believe in fake news, if it doesn't happen, you believe that it didn't happen because we knew about it and we stopped it. You know, there's no way to prove it wrong now, because everybody, whatever you believe, you can find a reason to believe it.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
Yeah.
It's like when Christians try to predict the coming of Jesus, and it doesn't happen, and it's like, well, it's because it's like
we talked about it too much. That's why he ain't coming.
Yeah, everybody defends their point of view regardless of facts. It's like it's amazing.
Yo, my only problem with this whole fake news situation is we're in this. Oh wow, we got the clock up. That's dope. But we're in a situation where we're in a situation now where credibility is just shot. Right? Credibility across the board. So what do I mean by that? Well, your real news sources, like the people who used to be able to trust, your CNNs, your Foxes, things of that nature, right? Where you can go to for some legit real news that, you know, you can kind of take something with. Even they are slightly slanted a little bit. And because now they're a little bit more biased, it comes off like fake news. And so now you're in a situation as a consumer or as somebody concerned about the situation where I don't know who to trust. I don't know who I can go to for a legit, great news source, right? I mean, definitely you can come to the Trackstarz at all times. But outside of that, right, then I don't know who I can go to for a legit news source. And because of that, it throws me off, right? So I think this whole fake news situation has become a big deal. Why? Because then you'll have a CNN, right, post something, and then you'll have Trump come back and say, oh, they're fake news, which basically almost kills their credibility, at least to his supporters. So what does that look like? It looks like a society where there's no place you can go for truth.
I just think we just gotta be honest. I mean, let's just take the wool off. We've been pretending that news is unbiased. I mean, the tagline for Fox News is fair and balanced. That is completely untrue. The tagline for CNN is the most trusted news source. That clearly isn't true anymore, right? So
when they took a side, though, before we could trust them, but then they took a side.
Here's the thing.
And maybe we
what
just didn't know.
What it revealed is that it's always been a side.
Yeah,
right?
we just didn't know what the side
so
was.
If Fox News is going to be leaning to one direction, just admit it. If CNN is leaning to another direction, admit it.
News
if MSNBC leans to just admit what you are, because it is just confusing when you thought that this was unbiased and it's not, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody's frustrated with. But what I'm frustrated with is that even though people know Fox News is leaning, and they know MSNBC and CNN are leaning, they only like their source because they agree with it.
Yeah.
Nobody is willing to listen to what other people are saying. Like whenever I hear something from CNN, I go and listen to what they're saying on Fox.
Yeah.
I even go to the offline sources, which are crazy, InfoWars and blah blah blah. And I listen to what's the opinion from all sides to make sure I'm not getting tainted information.
Yeah.
Like, can you go and watch something that you know is lying?
Like who?
No, I'm just
Like
saying,
Fox.
Based on
CNN.
like if I'm flipping through and I see O'Reilly and O'Reilly is saying something I know is like, that's a lie. Why are you saying that? Like, click. Or MSNBC and old girl that's be on there with the afro, white lady, and she's saying something that sounds like a lie. You like, why am I listening to this? You know what I mean?
Right, but the thing is, what I think you have to do is the reason it may sound like a lie is because of your personal bias in the situation as well.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not saying being biased towards MSNBC or Fox. I'm saying if somebody is saying something that you know, okay, prime example. If I'm watching O'Reilly and he's talking about Black Lives Matter and they're destroying everything, and I'm knowing my heart of hearts, like, that's not true. That's just people.
But here's the thing: is that the reason I listen to all of them is because from their point of view, he is telling the truth. From his point of view, which we're going to talk about truthiness later, but he is telling his own version of the truth.
Yeah.
Now, what is the actual truth? I don't know. That's why I have to listen to everybody's side of it to see if I can garner some common truth in the midst of it.
See, I don't want to do all that.
And that's what nobody wants to do.
You just gonna go with CNN and call it a day, right?
Go with CNN.
Because it takes
Then you
work.
can't get mad when people go with Fox and call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you're
yeah,
not
but
willing to do the research, then what's the point?
I understand what that means, though.
If we pay attention to it, there's a opening right now for a rise of a new news network, right? There's an opening. If they would stay straight down the middle, right, and not lean towards one side or the other, and stay really strong, right, and really convicted to that, there is a
But here's the
but
thing: that's
opening
not
for a
what
rise.
people really
Yeah.
want. That's
Yeah.
that's what's
But
being
there
revealed.
is a rise
People
for that,
want to
though.
be
People
able to
want
turn on.
people to say things that they agree with.
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
what it is.
overall the news in general, like I've seen videos online of different newsrooms from different part of the United States saying the exact same script, all like the word from word person, different newscasters saying the exact same thing. So even what you're saying is true, but people are so tainted right now that I don't think they could be like, oh, that's real. They say it right down the middle because I think it's a tainted.
I think something that would basically come up, right? It would have to spring up out of nowhere, basically, and they would have to come up and basically do this: tell the Trump's facts just like they are, right? On the flip side, tell the other facts just like they are, right? Just cut it straight down the middle and be straight down the line.
Yeah.
And then if they did that, where it was very obvious that they didn't have a side, that they didn't have the analysts come on right behind them and continuously pound on Trump, or on the flip side, continuously support, nonsense.
But it comes down to even facial expressions. You could watch Fox and Friends in the morning,
So true.
and they'll say they're calling it a Muslim ban,
Yeah.
and then you turn it to CNN, and it's like they are calling it a travel ban. It's just slight little hints
Yeah.
to what you agree with,
Yeah.
and depending on the person. And here's the fear: it's not just that they're saying what you agree with; they may be causing what you agree with.
Yeah, that's real.
If you watch the same source all day, every day, your view may be being shaped by them.
That's
It
real.
is.
If
Yeah.
all you listen to is Fox and Friends and Hannity and all that kind of stuff, you have to be aware that your point of view may be different than what it would have been if you didn't listen to them.
Yeah.
That's true.
Everybody needs to be aware of that.
How long is it going to be before we see TNN, the Trump News Network? Or is it just going to be like renamed to another?
There's a station already
network?
called TNN.
Trump News Network. I'm talking
No.
about like
Oh,
when he
just
gets a
news?
network that supports him.
It would have happened if he didn't get elected.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the truth behind it. All news is fake news. All of them. Us, we're fake news because even when Chris announced his entertainment report, this is from the point of view of us. If somebody else read the same news story that hated Christian hip hop, they would read it differently.
I see what you mean.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all the facts may not be fake, but the point of view is always tainted towards whoever the person's reading it. That's why, like, when people make fun of me for retweeting good things and bad things on my Twitter, it's because I'm trying my best not to taint the audience.
Then you're not fake.
But I am. That's the thing.
But for
that's
somebody
my-
else, it could be fake.
That's my
That's what he's
attempt
saying.
to not be fake. But that's what I'm saying. I think everybody should be willing to say, okay, this is what I think, but let me really honestly listen to what they think and realize that
But-
I may be wrong about them.
But I think
Right.
that makes good television though. Going against what O'Reilly says, going against what Van Jones says, it makes good television to see be like, oh, he's saying that it was a whitewash in an election, and Fox News that's saying that's not true. It wasn't a white. It was just people feeling
But
like
here's
they
the
got
thing.
tired
You know
of
what
switching
happens
it. Yeah.
is that you'll have an analyst get up, and they're supposed to be non-biased, Chris Cuomo or Bill O'Reilly or whatever,
Yep.
and then they'll have a panel, and the panel will be slanted depending on more Democrats or more Republicans based on what network you're on, and it'll appear unbiased. I've seen Bill O'Reilly do it. He'll have a Democrat person and a Republican person side by side, and then you'll hear them talk, but then he'll interrupt the Democrat guy more. Yeah. It'll be like, yeah, but clearly, it's like this attitude of we all agree you're an idiot. We're letting you talk for a little bit, but
Sean,
we don't really.
that was
believe
good.
That was wonderful.
That was wonderful. Did you
Wonderful.
get that, Andrew?
Yeah,
We need to play that back.
Yeah.
That was
But
incredible.
but you
He's
see what I'm
acting
saying?
right now.
So it's like that everybody has a slant, even when they pretend not to.
Yeah.
So we just have to be careful.
I think at the end of the day, Christians should just wake up and say no parties for them. Period. Both parties have things in it that you could agree with.
I woke
but
up
it's not like
with
that.
this feeling. I think is and hey, I'm going in. I think it's wrong for any Christian to be registered as a Democrat or Republican.
Yeah,
I think if you're a Christian, you should be registered independent.
yeah, you should.
I like
No.
it. I like that.
And I don't believe that. Because I have a clear bias towards one other place, right? I don't think all Christians should. Why would Christians have to do? There we go.
I just feel like it feels wrong to me to dedicate yourself to a group of people who are not purely Christians.
Exactly.
I think every Christian should approach every election,
That's
every
real.
decision from an
That's
independent kingdom mindset and
Exactly.
decide if this particular person is on my side or not.
Yeah.
Right.
Not just
From a
to
faith
give my allegiance to a party
So
without
having earned it.
evaluating each instance.
From a faith-based situation, not from your own personal experience.
That's
but
true.
From a faith.
All right.
Got it.
Trey, you working, man?
All right, well, so we've been called off. I guess that's what the beep was. I didn't know there were sounds involved. All right,
know
you're in the
sounds
field
either.
with the
That
Trackstarz,
worked.
right to
That's
Sean
good.
and DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.